Hey, what's up everybody? So I was just reading online about the Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, some stuff that just kind of came out about it. It's interesting because this talks about how long the Yuffie episode is. So I'm on Silicon Era, and they're saying that according to Game Watch and German PlayStation Store, it's being reported that the Yuffie episode for Intergrade is going to be 2 chapters long. So that's about 3 to 5 hours of gameplay, depending on how you play, whatever you run through it, or if you just absorb everything. So 3 to 5 hours of gameplay, I would think, because a chapter, it depends on how long the chapters are too. Like if they're meaty chapters, it could push around 5 hours. If they're kind of light, you're looking at maybe 3 to 4 hours. I'm hoping it's right in that sweet 4-hour range. Just give me 4 hours of gameplay, finish it maybe in a couple of settings or something. I think this is interesting because they went ahead and divulged this. A lot of people were speculating on how much information would be in the episode, what we would get. We know there's going to be new gameplay aspects to it. You're going to get the 4K mode and the 60 FPS mode. People were really excited about that. I'm really interested to see, because in 2 chapters, you can give a lot of story, right? You can get a lot of story because I think those chapters are mainly just going to focus on 4 characters, right? The blonde-haired dude from Avalanche, the Avalanche senior officer, and then of course Sonnen and Yuffie. And we get an understanding of Yuffie, right? I think Sonnen is the one they're going to have to kind of sell and convince people on, because that's the character I feel like they're going to have to get you attached to that character, and then they're going to have to take that character away from you. It's going to have some depth, right? They can't just half-ass it with him. So they're going to have to really bring it with that character's dialogue, the acting, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how they work in the new gameplay elements. This doesn't talk too much about that. This article doesn't. It just confirms that it's going to be 2 chapters. So June 10th is the release date. I'm excited to see if we get anything else until then, because I still hold that there's going to be more to Intergrade than what they've shown us so far. They just introduced it. They just announced it, that it's coming. Boom, boom, you're getting Yuffie and this new characters in this story. Boom, you're getting Vice in some kind of form. We know Deep Ground's in it. What else are they not showing us, right? We're getting photo mode. We're getting 60 FPS and 4K, which people were really wanting. Upgraded textures, which people were really wanting. I'm in fog effects and atmospheric stuff, which a lot of people wanted. And it will add to the game, so I'm excited to actually play through the game again in June when this comes out. Now, they did say that it's a free PlayStation 5 upgrade if you own the PS4 version for the 60 FPS and the 4K and the effects and the look and all that kind of stuff. Now, the Yuffie episode is not part of that. We all know that at this point, but there's a little more clarification, right? There's a digital only deluxe edition. Includes everything in the standard version, PS5 upgrade, Yuffie episode, plus a digital art book and a mini digital soundtrack. I'll be honest, I don't feel like that's worth an extra $20, because that soundtrack, they're going to couple that together with some other stuff, and then you're going to couple that soundtrack in with another soundtrack that people are going to buy at some point. So that just seems like an extra $20, and it's not physical. If it was physical, I would get it. If it was physical, I would get it and put it on my shelf. It's just digital. I'm not paying the extra $20 for that digital. What did they say again? It was $90, $89.99. Nah, I'm not. Sorry, Square Enix. I'm not paying that. But Intergrade itself, you can pre-order it now. It's $69.99. They have not confirmed this yet, but I think that if you upgrade from the PS4 to the PS5 version for all the stuff, I almost feel certain that there's going to be a digital purchase for the Yuffie episode, whether that's $20 or whatever. I think $19.99 would be a good area for that, depending on what extra stuff the Yuffie DLC might entail. Now, there may be more stuff with Intergrade another scenario, another chapter, or anything. They just haven't announced yet. There could be, right? There could be. I'm not saying there is. I'm just speculating on that to give you more bang for your buck. Other than that, I would probably just upgrade my PS4 version to a PS5 version and just buy the Yuffie episode separately, because that makes the game a nice round 20 chapters, right? 20 chapters of gameplay for the whole thing. I don't see dropping 70 bones on this again, unless you just want the... If it's got a cool package, I'll probably buy it. I'm not gonna lie. If it's got a cool package, if there's a physical edition, Best Buy or whatever, it's got a cool package, I'll probably pick it up. I want to see what the package looks like first. I want to see if there's anything extra in the packaging. There was some artwork or something in there for 70 bucks, you know? Give us something more. Entice us to buy this thing, other than just be like, oh, here's the prettier version of the game that's a free upgrade, or you can pay 70 bucks to get what you would get anyway if you've already got the PS4 version and get the Yuffie episode. It's business, I get it. They want to make that money, and they want to pay for the further development of Part 2 and all that. I get that. I'm cool with that. My personal decision, I'm probably just going to upgrade the to the PS5 version with hopes that the Yuffie episode is actually purchasable separately. Now, if it's like 40 bucks just to get the Yuffie episode or something, I'm just going to buy the whole thing outright. But I'm not trying to give Square Enix any ideas. That shouldn't be more than 20 bucks. That 2 chapters shouldn't be more than 20 bucks. Unless you're adding something more to it. More story, more gameplay elements, all that kind of stuff. So, I'm excited though. Like, little details are starting to leak out now. Little things are starting to come along. And I think we're in for a fun ride with this 2 chapters. I'm really excited to see what they do with it. What kind of like little winks and nods at Wutai and Godo and the other warriors in Wutai and other lore they might drop into these 2 chapters. I mean, we don't really know. And I still hold out hope. I'm not even going to speculate and say I think this is going to happen, because I'm not sure. But I'm holding out hope that we get a little bit more than just what they've shown us here. Now, what they've shown us here is plenty. I'm happy with that. But I'm hoping that there's just a little bit more. So I think there's going to be a chapter where I almost feel like there has to be like a new like 0.5 chapter, right? Between the pillar collapse or the plate falling and being in the what was the name of that chapter where you're in the deep ground area? I can't remember the name of the chapter, but I almost feel like if you're going to have Cloud confronting Vice and finding out what Cloud was doing while Barrett and Tifa were doing their thing, there has to be like a 0.5 middle chapter in there where you're Cloud. And everybody wants that Tifa chapter they were talking about, but it doesn't look like we're going to get it. I mean, but that could be something else they're adding and not talking about. So that would really up the ante for buying this full, complete version of the game. So I look at this as like an extended version of the game. Like The Lord of the Rings, you know, the first bunch of movies came out. Then they did the extended version, the director's cuts. This feels like a director's cut. This feels like a director's cut of Final Fantasy VII Remake. So I'm into it. I'm interested to see what they do with it. But let me know what you all think in the comments. Let me know if you're going to buy this version, what version you're going to buy, if you're just out on it completely, if you're psyched and you want to get the Gimme Everything edition. Let me know in the comments, and I hope you all dug that. I got some more stuff coming, and I'll be talking to y'all soon. So keep rocking, be safe out there, be good to each other, and throw a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next one.